Well, hello and welcome to a VR response with Jay. I'm responding to Miss Kelly Bear. She did a fantastic tag, and it is winter wardrobe. We start with base layers. My base layers will always be fuzzy pants and a button-down shirt. That's right, friends. And my base layer for tarot will be yellow box rider weight. Do we even need to look at these cards? um, yeah, I learned it's the blue back. I learned tarot this way. I fell in love with Pixie, with these images, with these pentacles, with the Page of Cups, how he talks to a fish all the time. This is the system that I studied, that I married into the elements, that I learned numerology with, and that I will always return to as well. That's my base layer, yellow rider weight. Next, we look at ugly Christmas sweaters. Well, this is mine and I adore it. It's Christmassy. It's a little ratty. It's a little torn. It's a little mended. It's a little imperfect and a little falling apart at the seams, but I went one other way. My novelty deck that others don't really see the beauty in as much as I do. It's the Randy Valentine Fairy Tarot cards. These, I just adore them. I especially like them for seasons of the year, for going around the wheel. Yeah, they're shiny, they're glossy, they're a little dippy. I have to admit, these dinky lovers and this awakening guy with dragonfly wings and a yin yang symbol on his pointy toe. It's pretty cool. Oh gosh, I just love this one for Three of Winter, which is the Three of Swords. I thought that was such a fantastically wintry way to depict it. It's not just, a breakup in the rain or a triter version of this card, but something that's like this really helps me investigate and see a deeper beauty than might be otherwise seen. This is a pretty ugly card, I have to admit. The Prince of Spring, and he's on some big rabbit. I don't know. There's definitely a maybe like a Hallmarky or romance novel cover version of this, but when it comes right down into it, especially the depictions of winter, I think it's really beautiful, and it's my ugly Christmas sweater. So yeah, that one, season after season, it's still in my drawer. Next, we look at our winter coat. Poof. I got a big old puffy down coat. Covers a whole bunch of rainy, wet weather, as does my Arthur Rackham Tarot. This deck, there's something so morose and wet and wintry and fairy tale. Here's our King of Wands riding on a tiny little fox. It's the illustrated quality about these cards that, it's one of my most used decks. I always come back to it. It pairs beautifully with so many other decks that I have. Here's the star. And the illustrations just speak to my childhood, my experience, my interest in illustration, my interest in story tale, and fairy and fae and luxe and luxury. Oh gosh, that strength. I just adore it. I really do. It hits a lot of my key cards as well. So it's, Easy to shuffle, easy to put on, easy to pop back into the deck if I don't get it. It's easy to dismiss. So easy to put up and easy to take off as well. And that's my Arthur Rackham Tarot to represent my overcoat, my winter coat. Next, my friends, we are looking at snow boots. My boots, they're warm, they're rugged, they're ready, they lace, they zip. They're there for me, nice and fuzzy, ready for that deep dive. And the deck that we want to look at with that is the Tarot of the Divine. So I chose this immensely beautiful, beautiful deck. It's a deep dive I can sink into. And what makes it so interesting, I don't know. I don't know all these stories. I don't know all these images. I know that they're going to be beautiful and deep with message because I trust Yoshi and her process. I know that, oh, look at that linen, gorgeous. They're going to allow me to sink into these stories, to learn and investigate and spend time with each card. Ooh, this is the Two of Wands, and it's Janus, the Roman god that stands at cross thresholds and looks both forward and back. So that's actually a really apt description of what these cards mean to me. Here's something I understand, stories that I understand, stories that are known. Here are stories that are unknown, things I don't understand, concepts I haven't wrestled with. It's clear message in a voice I still need to translate. Mary Magdalene is the Empress. I think these are beautiful and wintry and deep. All right. Next, a hat. A most interesting hat. Well, here's my hat. Fuzzy, deep, golden. Covers my ears, covers my head, covers my eyes. I can pull this all the way down. I can tie it up and get lost in this fuzzy little bear hat. And the deck that twists my noggin, that sets me struggling, that I fight to understand. Serpent Fire. Honestly, I didn't even remember that it came with a deck. I thought it didn't because I'm so far away from understanding this one. One of the reasons is it's based in astrology, and decans and moments and tiny little slices of astrology. And also there's so much going on in these cards. Do you hold it this way? Do you hold it this way? Possibly that way. King of Cups, and there are two figures. There are two seagulls. There were two horses. It's very, I don't understand who's the king. I don't even see any freaking cups. So this is a deck that it is not ever, ever, ever face value. Now, Frida Kahlo is Queen of Cups. We can all agree with that. And actually, Queen of Cups rather than Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords rather than Queen of Wands. Queen of Pentacles. There were so many possibilities that she could be. And the halos that are depicted surrounding her are so fascinating as well. So not only these cards have so much duality and repetition in themselves, they're mirror images that sometimes I can't even figure out what I'm trying to look at. Are they facing backwards? Are they facing forward? The crescent? Are they the crescent? Are they the middle? Page of Cups. If it's all cups, then why is it the moon? I don't know. Sometimes this deck I do not understand. But that's okay because I actually like not understanding. I like the humility and humanness that that gives me. And it always means that I can continue questing, which is a really fabulous winter activity. Keeps your brain from freezing. Alrighty. Next, we are going to take a look at a scarf. The scarf, the hug deck. Muffler, super long, tassels on the end, a joyous color, something that will wrap me up and keep me warm. A hug deck for support and comfort when I need it most. This might hurt, but that's okay. That's okay. It's part of the process. The pain is part of the process. This is I mention this every single time I open up this deck. This is the deck where I was first seen, where I first saw myself in a card in the star. And I recognized that deep belly scar. I love this Queen of Wands. I love how I can still see the black cat and the sunflower and the salamander butt and her tiny crown, her teeny, teeny, teeny crown that floats over her head. But I love the modernity of it as well, being modern and being just so beautiful. In the Three of Cups, these three graces dance together, each one in her own style, each one bringing her ability to the scene. On the wild moon. This is a scene where I could use a scarf, howling at the moon. Yeah, I adore it. I really do. I love the colorway. I love using this to read for other people. I know that I will always get a message. I will always understand the cards. There is a clarity that's so soothing. And this is my scarf, my comfort, a deck that will always speak in a voice and a timbre that I can understand. Love this one. Excellent. After scarf, oh, we have one more, and it's mitts. So let's look at our mitten deck. And that is a deck, a travel deck for tarot on the go. It's got to be gashed up everyday witch in its little box. It's my little mini. It's my solid reader. We were talking about the devil and the ice cream card recently. The color and the heat and the details in these decks. The clarity of the colorway of the black and white. This Eight of Swords is really good. Her broom is on the ground. Her cat is there to help her. And she's just taking the minute she needs in that body posture. That tied and untied version of it. Yeah, the main characters are front and center. The color really tells you what's going on. It's such a tiny deck that it will always fit in my bag. And it has such powerful meanings that I can pull just a few cards, you know, when I need them, standing in line, or at any point where I'm like, I need a little message. Here it is, right in my pocket. So that's a little pocket deck for me. With my gloves and my mitts, it'll always be there in my bag. Definitely from October to March. I want to say, Kelly Bear, thank you so much. What a fun little tag. I'm so glad you did a tag, and I'm looking forward to seeing the next one. I hope everybody has a wonderful witching winter. This has been Tara with Jay. Thank you.